Hey, I'm Dave, also known as Chopper Dave. This is a Super Freak. Called that because the day I started building it was the day that Rick James died. So this is like kind of my half-assed backwards homage to him. Well, okay, not really, but you know, it just kind of fit. So the bike is a 1957 Harley Davidson FLH. It's now 84 inches. The only thing stock Harley Davidson on the bike is the engine case and the tranny case and the heads. Everything else has been highly modified. So I built this bike in 2004 when I went to Japan for Moon Eyes. I wanted to build with this bike like an early 60s style chopper. You know, I know it's an early 70s frame, but you know, it still pretty much evokes the feel from early 60s full show bikes. Which is why the full polished drivetrain, you know, chrome everything. No black parts on the whole bike. Everything's either chrome or painted. Harpoon painted it for me. It's all flake. There's no candies. This is what remains of my panhead as it was that I'd been riding since '96. Had the drivetrain that I pulled out of a stock, well, modified stock Harley frame. And my buddy Dave gave me this frame, and I decided to build the whole bike around it. It is now an 84-inch panhead motor, polished everything. 4-speed transmission still with all Andrews internals. Stock clutch. Motors had a bunch of little inner tweaks to it. SNS carburetor, my air cleaner. Bike didn't have that air cleaner on it when I built it because I wasn't making those air cleaners then. But this bike was kind of the springboard for me to start doing all my cast parts. This is the first set of glory bound pegs I made are still on this bike. 3-over springer on it. It's bent because the bike does wheelies really easily and I'm kind of hard on it. But I've been riding the bike, you know, since '04 off and on. You know, it sat periods of time when I was riding other stuff, but you know, I pulled it out today to ride around. It's just a fun as shit bike to ride. It's short, it handles good, it's super fast. I love this bike. You know, I was going to sell it at one point, but I decided against it. Since then, I made, you know, started doing the air cleaners that I make. I made that one for this bike, and then the kicker pedal and the shift pegs. I mean, that one's gone because the other one fell off. But the shift peg that I make, and you know, the oil tank I made, and then everything else on the bike, you know, is all stuff that I made. Or you know, Danny Takahashi made a little devil guy on the back for me, and welded that to the spacer after spending some time with Jeff Decker. But you know, it's just like kind of it's the one show bike I'm going to build for myself. You know, I'm really kind of at a point where I want stuff that's way more utilitarian and works way better for high-speed riding. I mean, this is a decent high-speed bike. I mean, it works fine. You know, the rear brake works real good with the Brembo Master and the juice brake. Finally got that dialed in. When I first built it, I'd over-engineered the linkage on it, and the pedal moved too far, and it was just shitty. But I finally fixed that, and tiny bit of throw, and it works really good.
What was the build time on this one?
2.5 months. So I started the day Rick James died, and then I finished it like the day before it shipped to Japan for Moon Eyes. So yeah, that's the pretty much story of it.
With this, is you done with it, or is there anything else you plan to do with it?
No, I got a leak in the gas tank now. I just noticed, so I'm gonna fix that. But no, what do? I built myself. That's one thing too. It's like when I had a black stock frame, I could change shit all the time and it wouldn't matter. You know, I kind of built myself into a corner with this bike, doing the drivetrain all full polish, you know, and then painted frame and everything. You know, when you build yourself into a corner, I can't just change my sheet metal, you know, because it's all built to the bike. The strut's all one part with the frame, and you know, you can't really. I can start changing shit, but you know why? So I'm just gonna. The bike's gonna stay as it is. It's never gonna change from this. You know, I'll do something different. You know, I'll probably toy with selling it again off and on, and if I sell it, I'll be really pissed, but I probably won't. So I'll keep it forever as much as I can. So.